Good evening. My name is Kristen Pickens, like they said, and it's such an honor to be here tonight to celebrate my grandmother, Wanda Higgins. We referred to her as Mimi, and to be here on behalf of Hummingbird. My Mimi passed away on May 28th, ironically on Memorial Day. She was 97 years young when she passed away, and she had a young soul. My grandma had the sort of life that films are made of. If you were to put my grandma's movie, or my grandma's story into a movie, I'm not sure if it would be a comedy, an action, an educational film, or a full-out musical. Let me set the scene. My grandmother was born on the plains of Dolores, Colorado, or I should say almost born on the plains of Dolores, Colorado, on a horse in a rainstorm. The year was 1920, and the Great Depression was in full swing. She would tell us stories how they'd have beans for lunch and beans with a slice of bread for dinner. During the summers, she would go work at her grandparents' ranch, and she would feed and cook for all the ranch hands and would churn butter from scratch, and I believe this is where she developed her servant's heart. My grandmother went to Albuquerque High School, and she had a good friend named Vi. Vi had a handsome older brother named K.L. Higgins. Little did she know that would one day be her husband. My grandfather was a band teacher in Chicago, and he contracted tuberculosis, and they told him he needed an iron lung or he needed to go to the high, dry desert air. And he was a horn player, so an iron lung was not an option. So out to Albuquerque he came. He was one of the first band teachers here in Albuquerque, and he taught for 33 years before retiring to pursue his dream, a music camp for children. Hummingbird opened in 1959. The first week only had 9 campers, but it quickly grew. Because my grandparents came through that Great Depression, they knew the value of a penny. They used everything they had to build new dorms, new facilities, even another campus on the other side of the river. My Mimi and Gramps, they worked side by side, and they never showed they were tired, and they were never grumpy. My grandpa would make sure those kids would shine on the stage with their music, while my grandma made sure they were fed and ready to go. People walk into Hummingbird and they know there's something special, and there's something different. I figured out we've logged over 300,000 hours of concerts just in the summer months. Hummingbird, we take kids of all stages of life, from the brand new beginner who's never touched an instrument to students who are winning concerto competitions. We give music in small amounts, and then we take the kids out for hikes, campfires, skits. We have a river to play in. Even at night, we take them out under the stars to sleep under the stars. On Saturday nights, we have a friendship circle where we sing the song Today. And we just heard not too long ago, there was a gentleman serving our country. And every Saturday night at 10 o'clock, the same time we would do our friendship circle, he would go out under the stars and sing the song Today. So Hummingbird really reaches across the world. Hummingbird combines the magic of music, the beauty of nature, with the spirit and joy of a child. It truly is a winning combo. My grandmother taught us how to smile with all life gives us, and my grandfather showed us and gave us the love of music. We receive countless letters and testimonies how Hummingbird has changed lives and gives musicians the wings to fly. My grandmother got to make it to see the first day of our 60th year. Her memorial service was on July 4th. So when I think about what story or what movie, if you were to put my grandma's life into a film, what would it be? And I think it would be the All-American Story. Hummingbird has been here for 60 years, and we look forward to keeping the dream of Hummingbird alive for the next 60 years. Please enjoy watching this film.
Higgins, and then my mother, Wanda Higgins, started the camp. Dad built camp with baling wire. We didn't have duct tape back then. We spent every summer here, since I've been 2, and then every weekend we would come up and build and entertain people and guests.
12 years old when Dad started camp, so I've been here on and off ever since then.
Music education is the heart of my father. It's the heart we have here.
As he says, he would go to their level and teach them what they needed to know at that time. He said later, he'll pass them at any time.
My mom, Wanda Higgins, when Dad was doing the music and hiring teachers, she was cooking, she was cleaning, she was taking care of all the kids.
She was a mother to everybody, and she always was able to make them feel good about who they are, no matter what the problem is, and how to go forward.
She's still here, and her spirit will always be here.
Being our 60th anniversary, my strongest desire is to have another 60 years with family and everybody pulling it together, because this is a special place.
If we keep the same philosophy as my dad had, I think we will always put the kids first, and we will always be able to make the kids happy. If they're happy, then the whole camp's happy. That's what we look for.
I can still hear Mom at the concerts with the microphone saying, "This camp is for children, and we will keep Hummingbird Music Camp for children." And it's going to keep on going on.
Technology, it removes distractions, it removes instant gratification. It allows you to be in nature. It's a really good time to get introduced to music the right way.
We just want them to love music, take it back to their schools, take it back to their homes and their communities. Hummingbird has influenced the musical community in New Mexico, and they've gone on to be professional musicians in symphony orchestras all over.
The campfire experience is where we gather our kids.
We do a lot of funny camp songs, and that really ignites them as far as they're laughing on the campfire. It's really a quiet moment, I believe, that camp brings to them to really just sit there and think about nothing else except for that special moment.
So by the time the campfire's over, they're all laughing and hiking together up the hill and headed to the dorms in full conversation with each other, ready to get to the dorms and settle in for the night.